It is a Thursday, the 8th day of May 2025. We do appreciate you for choosing to watch the Uganda Catholic Television. My name is Sunday Gloria Eboch, and I am here to present to you Uctv News. Now, black smoke once again rose from the chimney of the Sistine Chapel on Thursday morning, signaling that the College of Cardinals has not yet reached a decision on the next pope after two additional rounds of voting. The symbolic black smoke indicating an inconclusive outcome followed the second and third ballots of the ongoing papal conclave. 133 Catholic cardinals remain sequestered within Vatican City. The faithful continue to fill St. Peter's Square in anticipation, anxiously watching for the moment when white smoke will rise, signaling the election of a new pope.
As the world waits for the white smoke to rise from the chimney of the Sistine Chapel, signaling the election of a new pope, the attention of millions remains fixed on the Vatican City. It is a powerful moment steeped in the centuries of tradition, and Uganda Catholic Television takes a moment to reflect on the roots and meaning of this sacred ritual. The tradition of the conclave dates back to the 13th century. In one of the most extraordinary episodes in the church history, it took nearly 3 years, that is 1006 days, elect a new pope after the death of Pope Clement IV. The cardinals, meeting in Viterbo, faced such frustration from local citizens that they were literally locked in the meeting hall to speed things up. That event gave birth to the term conclave, from the Latin conclave, meaning with a key. The result of that long process was the election of Pope Gregory X, who went on to formalize the practice of secluding the cardinals during future pope elections to shield them from external influence. Though the process has become more structured over the centuries, the spirit of solemnity and reflection remains unchanged. Today, the election takes inside the Sistine Chapel, renowned for Michelangelo's awe-inspiring ceiling, where cardinals cast their votes in total seclusion. Before any voting begins, the cardinals gather for a special mass at St. Peter's Basilica. This spiritual ceremony marks the start of their sacred duty. Once the mass concludes, the cardinals walk in procession to the Sistine Chapel. During the conclave, they start Domus Santa Marta, a nearby residence, where all communication with the outside world is strictly prohibited. Since the time of Pope Gregory X, the Church has emphasized the importance of secrecy in the election of a new pontiff. Over the centuries, several popes have reinforced this commitment. In 1996, Pope John Paul II issued Universe Dominis Gregis, a document that governs the conclave. It also outlines the oath of secrecy, the voting procedures, and the solemn rituals that define the process. After each round of voting, the ballots are read aloud, then burnt. The color of the smoke, black for an inconclusive vote, white for a successful one, signals the outcome to the world gathered in St. Peter's Square and watching from afar. The next chapter in church leadership. While Italians have historically held the papacy, recent popes have come from a range of countries, including Poland, Germany, and Argentina. Today, the field of potential successors reflects the Church's global presence and diverse leadership. Among the names being widely discussed include the first one, Pietro Parolin of Italy, who is the Vatican Secretary of State, known for his diplomatic skill and steady leadership.
Next Pope is
Dominus, qui corda nostra dirigit in caritate et patientia Christi, sit cum omnibus vobis. Et cum spiritu tuo.
Luis Antonio Tagle, coming from Philippines, is a compassionate and widely respected cardinal, admired for his pastoral approach and global outlook. From Italy, Pier Battista Pizzaballa is a Latin Patriarch of Jerusalem, recognized for his experience in interfaith dialogue and Middle Eastern affairs. Peter Aldo from Hungary identified as a conservative archbishop with a strong backing from traditionalists. Fridolin Ambongo Besongo, from the Democratic Republic of Congo, is the leading African voice in the church, known for his advocacy on justice and peace. Peter Turkson, of Ghana, a prominent figure in the Vatican with a strong focus on social and environmental issues. Jean-Marc Avelin, hailing from France, is known for his commitment to interreligious dialogue and his work addressing secularism in Europe. Matteo Zoppi, also from Italy, is a progressive figure with a deep pastoral roots and a focus on peace building, currently serving as the president of Italy's bishops. As the cardinals weigh on theological perspectives, regional diversity, and leadership qualities, the decision ahead carries immense significance for the church's future direction. For now, the world will remain still, eyes fixed on the chimney above the Sistine Chapel, as Uganda Catholic Television commits to bringing you thoughtful, detailed updates and insights into the historic moment in the life of the Catholic Church. Joseph Kabale, UCTV News.
And as the conclave enters its second day, we spotlight one of the leading contenders for the papacy, Cardinal Pietro Parolin, appointed by the late Pope Francis in 2024 as Vatican Secretary of State. Cardinal Parolin has effectively served as the Holy See's top diplomatic and deputy pope. Here is a detailed profile of his life and leadership within the Catholic Church.
Softly spoken Italian, Cardinal Parolin was Vatican's Secretary of State under Pope Francis, making him the Pope's chief advisor. The Secretary of State also heads the Roman Curia, the Church's central administration. He was born on the 17th of January in 1955, and he is an Italian Catholic prelate who has served as Vatican's Secretary of State since 2013, and as a member of Council since 2014. The same year, he was made a cardinal. As the most senior cardinal bishop under the age of 80, he is presiding over the 2025 Papal Conclave. Before his tenure as a Secretary of State, Parolin worked in the diplomatic service of the Holy See for 30 years, where his assignments included terms in Nigeria, Mexico, Venezuela, as well as more than 6 years as Under Secretary of State for Relations with the States. As the Cardinal Secretary of State, Parolin set the Vatican's foreign policy. Positions taken by Parolin include denouncing Israel and its actions in Gaza, calling for halting war crimes and protection of Gazan citizens. Parolin was one of the primary architects of Vatican 2018 agreement with China. During the 2025 Papal Conclave, Parolin has been called the Papa Bell, a leading candidate to succeed Francis as the next Pope. Having acted effectively as Deputy Pope, he could be considered a front-runner. Some 213 of the previous votes have been Italians, and even though there has not been an Italian Pope in the 40 years, the pivot of the upper echelons of the Church away from Italy and Europe, there may not be another for now. Parolin was born in Schiavone province of Vicenza, a son of a hardware store manager, Luigi Parolin, and an elementary school teacher. He has one sister and a brother. When he was 10 years old, his father died in a car accident. He was ordained on the 27th of April in 1980, and he took up graduate studies in canon law at the Pontifical Gregorian University, in democracy and in diplomacy at the Pontifical Ecclesiastical Academy. He entered the Holy See's diplomatic service in 1986 at the age of 31. He served for 3 years in the Nuntiature of Nigeria, where he became familiar with problems in Christian-Muslim relations at the Nuntiature of Mexico from 1989 to 1992. Parolin contributed to the final phase of the work begun by Bishop Guillermo Prigion, which led to the legal recognition of the Catholic Church in 1990 and establishment of diplomatic relations between the Holy See and Mexico after 130 years. Since 2000, he has worked with then Bishop Attilio Nicola on the implementation of the Lateran Concordat of 1984, with particular reference to the Italian military ordinariate. M. Frank, UCTV News.
And as we move to other stories away from the Vatican, leaders in the West Nile sub-region are intensifying efforts to enforce Executive Order number 3 of the 2023, which mandates the eviction of Balalo herdsmen illegally occupying land in northern and northeastern Uganda. The directive issued by President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has seen slow implementation in West Nile districts such as Madi, Okolo, Pakwach, Nebi, and the surrounding areas. During a stakeholders meeting held at the Madi Okolo District Council Hall, attended by cultural, religious, and local leaders, State Minister for Northern Uganda, Honorable Dr. Kenneth Omona, confirmed his office had received a growing number of complaints from residents. Farmers have accused the Balalo of destroying crops and using intimidation to take over land, sparking tensions in affected communities.
Leaders in the West Nile sub-region are gearing up plans for evicting herdsmen commonly known as Balalo following the presidential directives. The leaders say they have been reluctant to implement the directives in which the herdsmen are supposed to leave districts of Madokolo, Pakwach, Nebi and sub-parts of West Nile region. During the meeting with all stakeholders, religious leaders and cultural leaders of Madokolo district at Madokolo District Council Hall, Honorable Dr. Kenneth Omona, the State Minister for Northern Uganda, said his office has received numerous complaints of crop distractions from farmers who accuse the herdsmen of intimidating them. Honorable Omona promised the leaders that soon the herdsmen will be evicted, but warned the leaders against conniving with the herdsmen for their own self-interest. Honorable Isaac Etuka, Member of Parliament, Upper Madi County, confirms the presence of the herdsmen in some parts of Madiokolo district and says they are making efforts to implement the presidential directives, adding that the implementation of the previous directives was partly affected by foot and mouth disease, where animal movement was restricted.
One biggest challenge we have is the issue of selling the land to the Balalo. And I request, Honorable Minister, that before you leave Madi Okoro, I will request that the team of the district, whether technical or political, takes you through the Okoro Inte road so that you see what we are exactly talking about.
In the meantime, Madokolo District Chairperson Ismail Drabe revealed that the herdsmen have currently occupied many sub-counties in the district, and most of the Balalo that are there are keeping animals for the locals, but those with their own animals are the ones that will be targeted in the implementation of the directives.
Actually, the Balalo in Council of Madokolo started as early as 2000, while we are still under war. By 2015, 2016, the number grew up. Every time Amlalo would come, next time we will invite a friend, a brother, to join him, and with time, the whole district has spread with the settlement of Alalo.
Honorable Dr. Kenneth Omona further says they will engage leaders in Nebi and Pakwach respectively to start the process of eviction. He added that the presidential executive order number 3 for the herdsmen to leave the West Nile region stemmed from a number of complaints that came after Balalo with the animals settled in the region and destroyed people's gardens.
In West Nile, especially those interested in manufacturing, there is no better time to do your business expedition than now, when the opportunities, when space still.
This highlights the love and commitment the office of the Prime Minister and President Museveni has for his people in order to promote socio-economic transformation.
Thank you for watching UCTV News. We'll go for a break and get back with more stories.
UCTV. Good news for all.
You are watching UCTV. Good news for all. For this and more, tune in to Kasese Get Radio 100.5 in Western Region, located at the hill of the Diocese of Kasese. KGR brings you all Catholic programs and an advertising platform in all our radio shows like Good Morning Renzori, Chama Tovoka, Ukute, the business show, Propeller, the Rico show and sports, Evaluation, Bahinga Bakuluka, Late Night Show, and many others. Our other services include Isuzu Tipa, a no car, public address system, live band, Omokekera, an audio recording studio, and outside live broadcast. For more information, call 0773 597 166 or visit our website www.kasesegatradio.com. Kasese Radio, Omusondoria, the voice of truth.
You are watching the Uganda Catholic Television. UCTV News continues with more stories as the State Minister for ICT, Honorable Joyce Nabosa Sebugwao, has today officially launched Solar M7, a new solar lighting initiative aimed at providing affordable and sustainable energy solutions of off-grid communities across Uganda. Now designed to bring light and power to every corner of the country, Solar M7 offers solar home kits that include lighting and phone charging options for households and small businesses lacking access to electricity. The founders of Solar M7 envision empowering communities through clean energy, improving livelihoods and boosting rural business operations.
Today is a special day as we officially launch Solar M7, a life-changing product and movement dedicated to bringing light, power, and opportunity to every corner of Uganda and Africa. For far too long, many of our people, especially women, children, and elders in remote villages, have lived in darkness, not by choice, but because they cannot afford the electricity that others take for granted. Even in places where power lines pass overhead, many homes remain dark every night. This is not just a power problem, it is a poverty problem, a development problem, and a barrier to participating in the digital economy of our time. Solar M7 is our answer. This product was initiated by Mr. Innocent Kawoya, seated next to me, and Henry Lutwama. He has already introduced himself to you, and myself, to serve the last mile households that have never had access to electricity, those left behind, and those who need energy the most. This journey began with my effort to provide computers to rural schools. Along the way, we discovered that many of the communities these school-going children come from lacked even basic access to electricity. We are proud to unveil Solar M7, a powerful mobile and affordable solar home kit that can be used by anyone, anywhere. This is not just a gadget, it is the start of a movement that will light homes, change phones, enable schoolwork, and empower businesses, even in the most remote locations. What makes Solar M7 truly unique are the 7 powerful catalysts. 1, mobility. It moves with you whenever you go. 2. Affordability. It's designed for even the lowest income households. 3. Plug and play convenience. No technician needed, just plug in and light up. 4. 24/7 availability. Power whenever you need it, day and night. 5. Portability, light and compact enough to carry anywhere. 6. Ease of use, simple enough for anyone to operate from day one. 7. Reliability, built to last with the dependable, high-quality components. We are proud to announce that over the next 5 years, Solar M7 plans to roll out and give away up to 5 million solar kits at the lowest prices ever, changing lives across Uganda and the entire Comesa region, which is home to over 640 million people. But today, as we launch this campaign, I am pleased to share that we are starting with 1,000 solar kits, which I will personally hand over to women leaders in the remote villages for free. These women leaders, teachers, midwives, elders, and birth attendants are the light of their communities, and they deserve to live and serve with the light in their homes. This campaign is also our contribution to the Ugandan National Electrification Plan and a direct response to His Excellency, the President's agenda of ensuring every Ugandan has access to power and can fully participate in the digital economy. We are grateful to be working with partners such as the Comesa Business Council, who believe in our vision and committed to helping us scale this effort across borders.
And that's it for the Thursday edition of Uctv News. My name is Sanjay Gloria Aboch. Have a very good evening.